Welcome to another segment of You Have Got to Eat at This Place. We're here at the Cart Barn here in LaGrange, Georgia with Tony Bishop, who's the head chef. What's your title, man? The head chef, owner, CEO?
Bible washer, cook, grocery fetcher.
I got you.
Everything.
You do it all, but I know you have great food here. Tell us what you're going to do today here, Tony.
I'm going to first show you how we prep our fish. This is some fish that I got in this morning. This is trigger fish from the Gulf, and this is North Carolina flounder. Later today, I also have some snapper, yellowfin grouper, and blackfin grouper, black grouper coming in.
Man, that fish looks really fresh.
And these are our sea scallops that everybody raves about.
Oh,
these are U12 count, which means they're less than 12 per pound, and they're dry pack scallops. Dry pack means that they have not been injected with any kind of liquid, so that when you cook it, it remains the same size. The other ones that are wet pack, you'll start out with a scallop this size, and when you cook it, you wind up with one that big around.
And Tony, that looks great. That's about a what, $1,200 bucket?
Nah, that bucket right there, believe it or not, is $146.
Wow.
So we don't buy any trash here.
Gotcha.
All right, and all the fish that we get in, depending on whether it's skin on or skin off, I prefer skin on Gulf fishes so I can identify them. But triggerfish is a tough one to skin, and flounder is a tough one to skin. So all we do when we get this in, these have a row of bones right through here. We do what is called a V-cut. I'll take a knife, run it through there like that, and cut that row of bones out, and feel it to make sure there's no more. And that's how we prep the triggerfish. It has a membrane on this side that you can remove, but you don't have to. When you cook it, it will dissolve.
Gotcha.
All right, and on the flounder, we do the same thing. I make a stuffed flounder dish at night, and that's basically the only thing we use this for. I'll take a knife, split it down the middle, cut that row of bones out, lay two pieces together, eyeball it for a size for a portion, trim that off, then I'll put that aside and make a fish sandwich out of it.
All right.
Then we take that at night, I put a crab cake in there, blacken it, and serve it with a sauce meuniere. All right.
Wow, and you get fresh
fish in
every week?
Twice a week.
Twice a week?
Twice a week.
Wow.
And you can't beat it. All right, today I'm going to be doing, this is a piece of Gulf snapper that I already have in stock. I've got some coming in, but I'm going to do it with this today. I'm going to butterfly this to save time with you guys here, and then I'm going to do something else with it later.
All right. And that's snapper, you said?
That's Gulf snapper.
Gulf snapper. Wow.
All right. Now this is what's going to go with the Gulf snapper. This is going to be an Asian slaw. All right, and to that, it's got cabbage, shredded red cabbage and carrot. I'm putting equal parts red onion, green bell pepper, and red bell pepper. We'll toss it in there together. And this is equal parts chopped cilantro and fresh ginger.
I love cilantro, man.
That's going in there. All right, now, this is sesame oil, guys. This goes in this dish, but you want to put just a small amount because it'll overpower the dish. It's real nutty and real strong tasting. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. Soy sauce. I prefer La Choy. Everybody else will say Kiko Man's. Nah, this is the best. A dash of soy sauce.
What is that there now?
Honey.
Honey.
About a teaspoon of honey. You got to season everything. A pinch of black pepper. I'm going to put a dash of red wine vinegar. I'm making like an Asian vinaigrette to go on this.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm going to take a pair of tongs and I'm going to toss all this together. And that is the Asian slaw that is going to go on our Gulf red snapper.
Gulf red snapper.
All right. I'm going to let that set while we cook the fish. And also I'm going to do that piece of triggerfish that you saw right here. I'm going to do that with a pecan crust, with a Worcestershire butter sauce, caramelized veggies, and shoestring fried potatoes.
Okay.
All right, to make the Worcestershire butter sauce, guys, I'm going to put about a quarter cup of Worcestershire in here.
Notice you're pretty good with those measurements.
Like Justin Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Get a cup out. I'll show you. That's exactly right.
Exactly.
Now, put a couple of squirts of lemon juice in there, not much, because you don't want to overpower it. And it requires a little bit of salt. Not much, because the butter that you can whisk into it is going to be a salted butter. All right, now this I'm going to put on the burner over here to cook. That it reduced in half. When it reduces in half, I'm going to whisk in about a half a stick of butter. And it's good to buy good butter, guys. There's a discount butter in the store. Land O'Lakes is pretty good. Flugra is really good. But the key to buying butter, read the ingredients right here on the side. And it says if it contains milk in it, they're all rated AA butters. But some of them right here in the list of ingredients will say milk and cream. If it says milk, there's not as much milk fat in the butter. All right? So the one without the milk is the one you want to get. And whatever your pocket can afford, remember. This is going to go into that sauce. While that's doing that, I'm going to put this fish on to cook. This is a mixture of pecans and breadcrumbs. For this snapper, it's typically done with breadcrumbs and coconut because it's a Polynesian style dish. But like I said, to save time this morning with you guys, I'm doing it simply. And I'm going to throw it on my flint grill. I'm going to do the same with the triggerfish. The same crust on it. And when you're cooking triggerfish, you want to, that membrane side that I showed you, you want to start that side down. Sort of cook it off. This is one thing that I get asked to show people more and more every year. It's how to make up a hamburger patty from a chunk of hamburger meat. We sell an average of 40 to 50 burgers a day, and every one of them are hand patted by me. That's a ½ pound hamburger. Now watch this, guys. You got a perfectly round hamburger patty that will not cook up into that knot that you're used to seeing on your grill. The trick to it is, I'm going to go through it in slow motion this time. The trick to it is, mash it out flat. Cup your fingers on your left hand, press them into your fingertips. Do the same on the other side, so you go all the way around it. And you create like a valley in the middle of that burger. So that when it cooks, that valley will cook out and this burger will be perfectly flat. So I'm gonna cook that for you. All right, now Worcestershire is reduced down. See how that looks like a syrup? That's how you want it. You don't want it to be real thin. And I'm gonna take that butter and whisk it in to make a sauce. If you try to leave it on the heat and put this butter in it, you'll have a nice mix of oil and Worcestershire. Because the butter will get too hot and turn into melted butter, basically. This way you emulsify it, and it makes a nice, thick, pretty sauce. You see how thick that's getting? That's the consistency that you want for this sauce. All right, that's about enough butter in there, so I'm going to take that little bit, chunk it away. I'm going to set this off to the side until we get ready to put this together. I'm going to toast the hamburger bun for our burger. I told you that triggerfish is going to come with caramelized veggies. All this is a little mixture of yellow squash and green squash. Put that on the grill. Take a little bit of finely chopped red onion. Like I said, everything needs seasoning, guys, so we're going to put a little salt and pepper on it, that's it. hope y'all are hungry.
Oh yeah.
And to explain the apron like I did to these guys, my girlfriend is a big LSU fan. She gave this to me for Christmas, and I've never worn it, so I promised her I would wear it to do this commercial. So, here's to you, darling. And to Shaq, and to your brother Todd. You're probably going to get a lot of brouhaha from people saying, he's not wearing gloves. I wash my hands 1,000 times a day, guys. And when you walk into a restaurant, just because you see somebody that's not wearing gloves, doesn't mean they're not following health guidelines. The only time you're required to wear gloves in a restaurant in a commercial setting is when you're handling food that is not going to be cooked again. If it's going to be cooked again, you can do it, you can prep it without gloves. And like you saw me over here a minute ago, when I'm chopping, those plastic gloves have caused me to be cut more times than any. This blade will stick to that rubber on that glove, so that when I come up, it will catch it and turn the knife into my fingers. So I don't chop wearing gloves. I don't know who come up with that regulation. I'm assuming it's some official up in Washington that has nothing better to do except to figure out a way to keep a job, so he's sitting up there writing regulations that don't amount to a hill of beans. All right, we're just about ready to put this stuff up. Alright guys, this is a product I'm going to introduce you to. You can buy this in almost any grocery store. This particular brand is Magi. Taste of Asia. It's a Thai sweet chili sauce. I stole this recipe from a restaurant in Destin, Florida called Tommy Bahama. I'm basically going to put that Thai chili sauce on the plate. Take these two pieces of snapper, lay that right there. Wipe up the drool. And this is jalapeno oil. It's nothing but olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, fresh jalapeno seeds and all, and a little bit of salt. I'm going to dot that right around the edge of the plate. And then on top of that, you saw the Asian slaw that I made earlier. I'm going to put a nice little healthy serving right on top of that. And there you have snapper, the Thai chili sauce, jalapeno oil, and Asian slaw. And that's ready to eat. See how simple that is, guys? Yeah. Did it go out? This is a Cart Barn burger. We typically serve that with fries, but I got a feeling I'm overfeeding these guys this morning.
That's good.
So I'm just going to give them a cheeseburger. And now I'm waiting to do those. See how that fish is falling apart? Trigger fish is a really, really tender fish. I told you the vegetables were caramelized. If you look at these vegetables, they've got a little brown edge to them. That's what I mean by caramelized. I'm going to put that right on top of that fish. We cut these on a mandolin. If you don't know what a mandolin is, it's not the little get fiddle that you see everybody play. Cook's terms, this is a mandolin. You see the teeth on it here? There's a cutter blade here. You can remove that blade and cut potato chips. You can even slice tomatoes on it if the thing is very sharp. You can cut veggies on it. And you can also cut your finger on it. So be really careful. Remember I told you the Worcestershire butter sauce? I'm going to pour this right over the top of this fish. See how nice and rich and caramelized, caramel caramel. How do you say caramel?
Caramel.
Oh yeah, okay. Nice and thick butter sauce. Go on there. We'll let just a minute on these guys cook and that dish will be finished. All right. I'm gonna take these over here and let these guys eat. When you come to the car barn, we give you one fork. We're not trying to make you dizzy by giving you an assortment of silverware changes. So when you come to the car barn, if you lose your fork, we'll give you another one. Most times you only get one, so pay attention to it.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Here's one of my favorite parts of you have got to eat at this place. Like I said, we're here at Cart Barn, and this looks delicious. I'm getting ready to taste this. And once again, Tony, can you tell us what type of fish is this?
That is Gulf red snapper with a pecan crust, with Thai chili sauce and jalapeno oil and Asian slaw. And it is a fabulous dish.
This tastes terrific. This tastes fantastic. How long have you been cooking? How long have you been a chef?
I've been cooking since I was 18 years old, and I'm about to be 60, guys, so 42 years. And if you get a picture of this thing over here on the wall, everybody wonders what happened to me. In Clover Restaurant, I was their chef for 12 years. Highland Century Club, their chef for 10 years. And how I wound up with this place, Alan and I tried to lease a restaurant here that closed, and they wanted too much money for the lease, so we told them no. So for me to have something to do and stay on the Grange, he sold me his driving range, and my twin brother and I, Terry, turned it into this in 2003, and we've been here ever since.
Wow, great. This tastes like, can this be considered a Caribbean dish?
Yes, or Polynesian, Caribbean. And this is Gulf triggerfish.
Gulf triggerfish.
With shoestring fried potatoes, Worcestershire butter sauce, and caramelized veggies. Kevin just thought that one was good. This one's gonna blow him away.
Okay, I'm gonna taste the triggerfish here. Man, I taste that ginger and that cilantro, and man, they go together just
good,
like a hand in a glove. Triggerfish out of the Gulf. Here goes. Oh, Tony.
Tasty, isn't it?
Both of those is absolutely great, man. Great. Now, what are your hours here at the Cart Barn?
When I want to be here. No, we're open lunch Monday through Friday, 11 to 1:30. Dinner Tuesday through Thursday, 5:30 until 8. On Friday, 5:30 until 8:30. We don't open Monday nights, and we don't open Saturdays or Sundays. And also, we don't serve alcohol, guys.
Well, good deal, man. This wraps up another segment of You Have Got to Eat at This Place. And I'm telling y'all, you have got to eat at this place, the Cart Barn, here in LaGrange, Georgia, off of Whitesville Road. Tony Bishop would definitely hook you up, and you would leave here satisfied and fulfilled.